Busta, you got a lot of fans here in the crypto world.
This shit is weird. I ain't used to coming out and sitting on no stage. I perform in motherfucking stages and we fucking tear the roof off. That's what I'm used to.
Yes, sir. So everyone, just wanted to introduce ourselves. So we're the Hustle. Obviously, you guys know Busta Rhymes. He's an advisor and a client of ours, and basically we are, as the slide says, trying to empower artists, and especially in the hip hop genre, to connect with their fans and utilize what we all know in this space, which is blockchain, NFTs. But it's real, like, we take it for granted that we all know about this, but the world doesn't, and the hip hop world especially. And so we're educating and showing them what's capable of. So, Buzz, how you doing today, bro?
I'm good, man. How you feeling today, man?
Not bad. I just took a red eye.
How's everybody doing out there today?
That's what's up. So let's chat, Bus.
Could you turn the lights on? I want to see everybody. Thank you. Leave them on, though. Leave them on. Thanks.
So at the Hustle, one of the things that we want to do is kind of innovate, and especially when it comes to the metaverse and all the immense opportunities, and it's just kind of wild and what we're going to do. And especially when we eventually get Busta in there and some of his peers sees what's going to happen, I think it's going to be a pretty amazing opportunity for them to get involved. So Busta, why don't we just start from the beginning, because I know most people want to hear about you, not really about anything else. But tell me, what made you want to get down with the Hustle? Like, what interests you in the NFT world? Like, why did you join?
I started with being fortunate enough to have the opportunity to earn my right to passage to be in this space. So from the inception of Busta Rhymes, that's what it always has been. Like, I had to earn it, right? So I would say about 35 years ago, when we was at this little talent show in Hempstead, Long Island, when I moved out there from East Flatbush, Brooklyn. And me, Charlie Brown, and Dinko from Leaders of the New School, we had to earn that name. We was called the Destiny 3 MCs at the time. And my rap name was Chill O'Ski at the time. And interestingly, I thought those was the cool rap names to have at the time, because, all of the cool rappers had like 3-part names. LL Cool J, Cool Mo D, Cool Rock Ski from the Fat Boys, Big Daddy Kane. And I wanted to be one of those cool 3-part name rappers. But at the time when we finally got the opportunity to get our shot, we was in front of Chuck D and Hank Shockley and them at this rap contest. And when we got to their office in Hempstead, Long Island at 510 South Franklin, which was the headquarters for Spectrum City, which is what Public Enemy was called before they became Public Enemy, Chuck D had these names on this billboard, like this bulletin board. And on these bulletin board, these names were Funky Frank and the Street Force. And he had a logo for that. And he had Son of Berserk and the Hellraisers. He had a logo for that. He had True Mathematics and the Invisible Empire. And then he had the Young Black Teenagers, and then he had Leaders of the New School. So Young Black Teenagers came, and they was a group of all white kids. But they wanted the name Leaders of the New School. We wanted the name Leaders of the New School, because we always felt like we was the new hot shit, and we will always be the new hot shit, and we're gonna always lead the new. So we had to live that. We had to show and prove that we was the rightful individuals for this name. So Chuck D and Hank Shockley, they kind of had this good cop, bad cop relationship. At least that's the way they presented it to us and shit. So Hank Shockley was like, yo, y'all need to go home and write a record called Fuck the Old School. And that shit was emotional because we was raised to have so much respect. But obviously we won the name, so I would never want that record to leak one day. But the point that I'm trying to make is, from then to now, the mentality has always been leading the new. So I would say a little over a year ago, I started hearing about NFTs, and I started really getting into the intriguing way of thinking about Ethereum and crypto, and I started to just entertain the dialogue that I was hearing amongst peers in the industry and friends just, you know, hanging out socially and things of that nature. And then I started to run into people that were involved. But, you know, for me, everything that I decide to be a part of, or whoever I decide to engage with, the feeling and the energy got to be right. So along the course of my learning and my research and my trying to understand, somebody introduces me to Varun and shit. So I get this conversation presented to me by this young king by the name of the Young Riff, and he's with us here. He's son of my manager, Steve Rifkin, and my man Adam Paz, and they present me with this opportunity to meet with Varun and his team. We out in Miami and shit, and we go to this cool-ass restaurant on this roof, and we eating all type of fly finger food and shit. We drinking liquor. We shooting the shit. And the weather was amazing. The clouds, the sun, the whole shit just was like somebody put a production together in the universe to set up the most flyest weather of the day and lighting. And I'm like, all right. So they must have did some crypto shit to make this day perfect. But it felt great. Just the whole energy of the day, the whole energy of the time we spent, and just the conversation and the shit that I was able to leave from that get together with. It kind of just established a level of clarity in a unique way that I didn't have prior to getting with Varun and the HUSL team. And at that point, I realized, wow, I might be in a situation where I'm fortunate enough to, again, at this stage of my career, where I'm celebrating 30-year anniversary of professional recording, to be able to say, shit, I could continue to lead the new in a real fly fucking way. So, you know, to you, Varun, and your team, you're probably hearing this for the first time, but those were the things, because obviously it's a collective of things. It's never one thing. And along the course of our dealing, phone calls, get-togethers, meeting in person, hanging out, meeting the different people that's a part of the support system, seeing the same accord and the common destiny and the common goal. Everybody's moving in sync. And shit just feels like when you start to really watch the dots connect, you know, until you find a reason to look at shit with the side face, like something ain't right or something is presenting itself that needs to be questioned. You know, I don't fight something that feels like it's moving in a divine way. So, you know, thank you, Varun, to you and your team for, you know, creating a support system that I felt was very innovative in the approach of how y'all were moving in this NFT space and it felt comfortable enough for me to want to get with it. So that's the reason why I partnered up with the Hustle. That's it.
Thank you, Bus. So one thing I do want to say about Bus is, in the NFT world, it's all about community, but it's about, showing us in the world that you care about it. And I loved the fact that you've integrated yourself in crypto Twitter, especially. You're basically speaking our language. Everyone in this room is a crypto lover like myself. But too many people from the outside don't embed themselves in our industry. They just use their fame for like a cash grab or something like that. And we can sniff that a mile away. So I have massive respect that you've actually taken the time to listen, to embed yourself with the Bitcoiners, the Ethereum people, and you're showing a genuine interest in what we all love. And that's something that's really important because, at the end of the day, we're all in this together. I know that sounds cliche, but I appreciate you for that. So we only have 4 minutes left, but I think let's just get to the biggest question I think most people want to know from you is how do you think as a superstar and someone your peers really respect, what do you think the NFT world is going to do for the music industry?
Well, you can already see that there's been a significant evolution between the way artists do shit now, and particularly the ones that were born in this generation, in this time. We come from the analog era, so none of this devices y'all fuck with, we fuck with. Them shits ain't exist, and that's not to sound age, because I'm a timeless great. Let's not get this shit fucked up. Whoop anybody ass in any era. Fuck with me if you try in your hand. In any event, though, like I'm saying, we was raised in a different time. Shit was done extremely different. We didn't have these devices to go out there and create your algorithm activity and your fucking viral buzzes, and we had to pull up. We had to get on the microphone, and we had to fuck shit up for real. And that word had to spread through word of mouth, and it had to come from a genuine source of a human in order for you to actually be acknowledged in the most minuscule way for whatever your contribution is. So, fortunately, to the convenience of the technology and the evolution of it, kids don't really got to do that now. You wake up in the morning and you get on your phone and you do a song, and 10 seconds of that dance that you put with a little lyric, that shit go viral off of TikTok, and you fucking get in a bidding war for millions of dollars. The dope shit about that is it has changed the mentality of the artist feeling like they need to depend on a middleman. And it eliminated the concept of the artist feeling like they need these Fortune 500 corporate infrastructures that end up raping your ass anyway. I'm sorry about that term. But it's unfortunately literally happening to a lot of us. We give our emotion and we give our soul and we give our thoughts to, the consumer through the music, and you end up being left with nothing. And then you got to go back and spend all kind of fucking money to fight for shit that's supposed to be yours in the first place. And then possibly get blackballed because you pissing off too many people because you're not only fucking fighting for shit that's yours that they feel like you're not entitled to in the first place, but you're ruffling feathers as you're disclosing who those fuckers are. So the cool shit about this now is that kids realize the empowerment of being able to frequent in this new space. And not only the empowerment of it, being able to not need the middleman to get your exposure and get your shine and be able to create the algorithm activity for yourself that you did on your own, so you should rightfully be able to. Because, see, they're not even interested until you're already popping on your own. So you got to get it popping on your own anyway. So the era of developing an artist, that shit been dead. You got to develop your shit. You got to market your shit. You got to promote your shit. You got to actually have success before they will call your phone. What the fuck you need them for? And then beautiful thing about it is, with doing all of that, you get to keep the rights to your shit. You get to deal direct with the consumer. You get to laugh to the bank. And you having fun in the process doing the shit your way. I'm not knocking anybody else's hustle. I still do business with all of them. If the business is right, I'll continue to do business with them. The difference is, though, I just know how to approach my shit differently. And I love that there's so many other options. And this particular option, it just seems and feels and starting to really look like it's becoming one of the best options because of those reasons in particularly. So, you know, I think that's really what it is for me. From my perspective and from what I see, that not only is it going to change, and not only is it already starting to change, you know, the way it's impacting the music industry, but I think we have yet to see what the fucking change is about to be, because this shit about to get real spooky out here for them.
All right, everybody. Well, Busta, appreciate my friend. My man. Busta Rhymes, everybody.
Unbelievable. Thank you so much.